Hello and good day, welcome to our YouTube channel, God's Promises. And today's video will be Book of Hebrews, chapter 11. Let's get started now. The 11th chapter of the Book of Hebrews is commonly referred to as the Hall of Faith. In this chapter, the author recounts the faith of several individuals from the Old Testament, highlighting their trust in God and their obedience to His commands. This chapter serves as an encouragement to believers to hold fast to their faith and trust in God, even in the face of trials and challenges. Through the stories of these faithful men and women, we can learn important lessons about what it means to have faith in God and how we can apply these lessons to our own lives. The Faith of Abel. The chapter begins by highlighting the faith of Abel, the son of Adam and Eve. Abel's faith was demonstrated through his offering to God, which was accepted because it was given in faith. In contrast, his brother Cain's offering was not accepted because it was not given in faith. Abel's story teaches us the importance of having faith in God when we approach Him with our offerings, whether they be material possessions or our very selves. The faith of Enoch. The next person mentioned in the chapter is Enoch, who walked with God and was taken up to heaven without experiencing death. Enoch's faith was characterized by his close relationship with God and his obedience to God's will. Enoch's story reminds us that faith involves not only believing in God but also walking in obedience to His commands. The faith of Noah. The story of Noah is another example of faith in action. Noah believed God's warning of the coming flood and obeyed God's command to build an ark to save his family and the animals. Despite the ridicule and disbelief of those around him, Noah persevered in his faith and was ultimately saved. Noah's story teaches us the importance of trusting in God's word and obeying His commands, even when it goes against popular opinion. The faith of Abraham. The author then turns to the story of Abraham, who is described as the father of the faithful. Abraham's faith was demonstrated through his willingness to leave his homeland and go to a new land that God promised to give him. Even when God tested him by asking him to sacrifice his son Isaac, Abraham obeyed because he trusted that God would provide. Abraham's story teaches us the importance of trusting in God's promises and being willing to obey Him, even when it involves sacrifice. The faith of Sarah. Sarah, Abraham's wife, is also mentioned in this chapter for her faith in God's promise of a son, Isaac, despite her advanced age. Sarah's faith teaches us that God is able to do the impossible, and we should trust in His promises even when they seem impossible to us. The faith of Moses. The story of Moses is perhaps one of the most well-known examples of faith in action. Moses was called by God to lead the Israelites out of Egypt, but he initially resisted, citing his own inadequacies. However, Moses eventually trusted in God's power and provision, and through his obedience, he was able to lead the Israelites to freedom. Moses' story teaches us the importance of trusting in God's power and provision, even when we feel inadequate for the task at hand. The faith of Rahab. The final example of faith in this chapter is Rahab, a prostitute from the city of Jericho. Despite her questionable profession, Rahab's faith in God was demonstrated when she hid the Israelite spies and aided them in their mission. Through her actions, Rahab became part of the lineage of Jesus Christ. Rahab's story teaches us that no matter our past mistakes or present circumstances, we can still have faith in God and be used by Him for His purposes. Teaching application. The Hall of Faith. In Hebrews 11 provides several practical lessons for believers today. Thank you for visiting us today. Please share with us your favorite Bible chapter below in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, it really does help our channel grow. Looking forward to see you back here for our next video. Always take good care.